Hello and welcome to this first installment of Talking with Todd. Now, Talking with Todd is our periodic response to your questions submitted by Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Questions about issues that are important to you and your neighbors here in the 9th Congressional District. Now, our first installment is in response to Generator Dude. Generator Dude, you submitted a question by YouTube, and I really appreciate it. It's on the debt limit. And I know this is on the mind of so many businesses and families and individual constituents around the 9th District. I hear about it all the time. We get a lot of questions here in Washington about the issue and a lot of letters, so keep those coming. But allow me to briefly talk about the vote I cast yesterday and my thoughts on the debt limit. Now, yesterday we had our first vote. It was what is known as a clean debt limit vote, and it didn't involve any extra provisions bundled in with that debt limit vote. Nothing about getting spending under control, nothing about our tax policy here in Washington or growing the economy more. Instead, we were just asked to increase the debt limit. I didn't think that was the responsible thing to do. Washington continues to spend and spend and spend. We have made a little progress here in the House in recent months, but our recent history of out-of-control spending has put us in a very bad financial state. And rather than getting the spending under control, now that we've hit our credit card limit, if you will, there are some that would propose that we just go ahead and increase that limit without getting our spending under control. So I think that if we're going to increase the debt limit, it's going to have to be paired with some very substantial spending cuts. And it's also going to have to be paired with some thoughts about how we get this deficit spending and ultimately the national debt under control. That's what I will be looking for. I will say that without being able to make any firm decision about voting for or against any debt limit increase in the future, because I haven't seen any specific proposal, I am not going to be a cheap date. This is going to have to be very bold action. That is, at every turn, what I insist on as I work with our leadership here in Washington. And as I talk to all of you, I know that that is what you're encouraging us to do here in Washington as well. Get that spending under control, because you understand, as I do, that if we get the spending under control, that will result in lower taxes in the future, lower interest rate, and less inflation. All of those things are good for job creation. And ultimately, this is very much about job creation for today's workers, job creation so that we have enough resources to pay for all the important government programs that we do need, and job creation so that there's hope for the next generation, like my 4 kids and all of your children and grandchildren. So thank you so much, Generator Dude, for your very important question. I hope all of you will keep them coming. Again, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. This has been the first edition of Talking with Todd, and I am signing off. Thank you much.